This is Luke Connor with Long Range Only. Today we're here to talk about the XLR MV chassis that me and my wife have both been using for about 8 months now. So me and Rachel have been using this chassis here for a while now, and let me tell you, this MV is the combination of all great chassis put into one. We used pretty much every XLR that they've ever made, and I took an element and I put a bunch of stuff on it, and I put the rail mount and I put the flush cups and I put all this stuff on, and I basically made it an MV before the MV even came out. Now you can buy that all in one piece. It's all modular. There's nothing bolted on. It's got multiple flush cups on it. It's M-LOK compatible. It's got the built-in Arca Swiss plate, so you can run your tripod, your bipod, anything where you want it to go. Price on these, in my mind, is a great value. This one runs about 800 bucks without the rear bag rider here. I was in my XLR Envy, or my Element, about that much. By the time I bolted on all the components to make it into this, the price point was pretty dang similar. Now it's all one piece, no screws to come loose, no nothing. It's there, it's ready to use. I want to talk about the versatility of this chassis right here. The gun you just seen earlier, that was my wife's gun that she shoots some local competitions with. This is actually my hunting barreled action. This setup right here, as you see, weighs about 13 pounds. The chassis probably still has a little bit of bear blood right here from last week where my youngest daughter shot a black bear with it. We've used these things hard. I mean, we're sitting here, it's 11 o'clock at night in Alaska right now. We've used these things in the rain, the snow, all season long. They always work good. They're super versatile. I really like how you can take and you can buy one chassis. It fits the whole family. Later on, I'll show you a video you may have seen in my previous one where we set them up and we change the rear buttstock out, assembly out, and we can go from my gun to my wife's gun to my kids' gun, all set up super fast, super easy. You're kind of buying a one chassis does all system for the whole entire family. I want to talk about some things that sets the Envy apart from some of the other chassis that XLR has made in the past. My favorite thing about this is the Magwell. It's got a little bit of a flared Magwell. It's got serrations right here. This one's got a little bit of spruce tree bark in it where we were practicing shooting on the river the other day. Awesome to jam into a barricade, a tree branch if you're using it for hunting, whatever you need. This mag, this in here right here is a WSM mag. Fits in there perfect. Here's an Accurate Mag 308 mag, no issues. It's got the top side release or mag release from both sides or the traditional front side. Here's a Magpul plastic P mag, no issues. Good retention, never had an issue with mags dropping out unintentionally. I really like the little bit of bevel they have. There's no searching, trying to get a mag in there. If you're under pressure or under time, shooting in a match, jam it in, there it is. It's ready to go. I want to talk about bedding for a second. This chassis right here has had probably 4 different Remington 700 patterns bolted in it. It's had a Kelby Atlas, Defiance, standard Remington 700. This is a Stiller. I have yet to bed one of these barreled actions to a chassis, any XLR chassis, not just the Envy, but any of them. If the gun shoots a 5-shot half-inch group every single time, I'm good with that. I get no rocking back and forth. Every time I bolt it in, it's perfectly solid. I have no issues with any sort of point of impact shift or anything. A lot of people get really concerned about bedding a rifle in a chassis. My experience, I've ran 8 or 9, I've ran 7 or 8 different buddies ones. We have yet to bed one. That's been my experience. Until then, I will not bed one, because the advantage of not bedding it is I can pop a different barreled action in here, set it in, it's ready to go. I kind of use this as an accuracy standpoint. If a buddy brings a rifle over and it won't shoot, it goes in right here. If it's a Remington 700 pattern, it goes in right here. If it won't shoot in this chassis, there's probably something wrong with the rifle itself. Another great feature of this chassis is they put the integrated bubble level in there. I still run an external level. This gun sometimes lives in a different stock. This is my hunting rifle that we also use in the chassis for the kids. But that's a great feature. It's pretty easy to see. A lot of them are really hard to get a good visual contact while you're in the rifle. I have no issues just quick glance down, make sure I'm level. This one seems to work really, really well for that. I want to talk again about the versatility of this chassis. This one, just the chassis, depending on what rear buttstock you get and what inlet you get, weighs about 35 ounces. You can add a weight bar in here, which bolts right in for you PRS shooters that want to add weight for your comp gun, but maybe take it out when you go hunting. That's a great option to have. So when you guys out there looking for kind of a one chassis does all, I think XLR hit it out of the park with this. I've used a lot of different systems over the last several years of long range shooting, and I have yet to find something that works better than this. From a full-blown comp rifle to a lighter weight hunting rifle, it's really hard to beat the versatility of this chassis.
It's in the bush. Oh, it's climbing a tree.
There you go.
It's trying to
Put
climb
it
a
right
tree.
on the front shoulder, squeeze it. You on it?
Okay, ready?
Oh, you got it.
Oh,
going downhill.
that thing's done.
Kobe!
Down, Coop.
Coop! Give me 5!
Woohoo!
You just got your first bear, Coop!
Good job.
Good job! Alright, for those of you looking for a chassis that works for everything and lacks in no department that I've found yet, check out XLRindustries.com. Thanks for watching. Check us out on Facebook and YouTube and Instagram. This is Luke Connor with Long Range Only. Have a good evening.